It's 2012, and I'm together with other 30,000 people, shivering. We're in corrals, and the gun goes off, and we start running. It's the start of the Boston Marathon, and I had done about 14 up until that time, so I felt pretty confident that I knew what I was doing. Although there had been warnings that that was going to be a particularly hot day. Temperatures were going to go up into the 80s, which is pretty hot when you're running 26.2 miles, 52,000 steps to the finish. So there I am, talking to some of the other guys. We're running. Where are you from? Have you done this before? There's camaraderie, there's support, and I'm happy to be there. Although I feel like a little bit intimidated. Everybody's so fast here. You have to qualify for Boston, and everybody looks so good. So, okay, well, I have my own goal. I want to do my personal best. I don't care what everybody else does. I want to beat my very best time in marathoning. And so I'm going along. They have water tables about every 3 miles. I make it a habit, especially because it's going to be hot, to take 2 cups. The first one goes on my head, the second one goes in my mouth. And I keep running. I'm getting up to about mile 6. There's a bunch of kids along the way. They're all with their hands out. You high-five them. You have to do your civic duty as a runner. They're there to see you. It's a show. You're a speck in a spectacle. So I do my civic duty and high-five a bunch of kids. But I'm very conscious of my time too. I want to do my personal best. And I get to a table where there's a little kid with his sister. They appear to be about 8 and 7. And they have sweets for the runners, and they have their own little help table with waters. And so I take a cup, I put it over my head, and I run. And then I think, oh my gosh, this little kid's gonna think I'm an asshole. Instead of drinking his water, I pour it over my head. Mommy, did you see what he did? But that's just rumination. Things that come into your head as you're trying to pass the time and run the distance. So then I start noticing that there's something wrong in my foot. When you're running long distance like that, you're always scanning for possible muscle aches or something that's going to go wrong. Do I have the energy to finish? Am I on pace? And you're working with other people. Sometimes you run as part of a group. You kind of help each other out to set the pace. But this is something different that I had not experienced before. And it's a burning sensation at the bottom of my feet. And then the light bulb goes on. I'm using socks that I bought yesterday that I never run with, and I put them on. I had just broken one of the cardinal rules of long distance running. You never run with anything you have not tried before. And these socks are not good. They're starting to wrinkle, they're starting to wear into the bottom of my foot. It's just like having sand or pieces of pebbles, and I'm at mile 9. I still have another 17 miles to go, 34,000 steps. I'm doing the calculation in my head, but I said, that's okay, maybe I won't do my personal best, maybe I'll just do good enough to qualify for Boston next time. Yeah, okay, so that's my new goal. I'm gonna qualify for Boston now. I keep running, I get to about mile 12, and I hear this tremendous roar and noise coming from the right side. I'm at Wellesley, and the Wellesley girls are big supporters of the Boston Marathon. It's almost like, the Beatles, those 1960s documentaries that you see the girls just pulling their hair and kind of the Beatles. I said, well, okay, that's intimidating, but okay, they're behind the barrier. Okay, I'm going to go there and get a hug myself. That's what guys do at mile 12, by the way, of the Boston Marathon. That's a little secret. So it's intimidating, but I get there and I figure, I don't have a getaway car. I just have to run my way out. So I'm getting close to this girl that has a sign that says, I'm French, kiss me. Okay, so I'm going to give her a kiss on both cheeks, and as I'm turning to give her the second kiss, she moves her face and gives me one smack in the mouth. All right, okay, fine. I got something to think about for the next 6 miles. Now I'm at mile 18, and this thing with the foot is bothering me big time. It's really painful, and so I decide, what am I going to do? I better stop. So I stop on the side, take off my shoes, take off my socks. I take the moisture out, from all the water they put in my head and from running some of the showers that they have along the way. And I realize I have like a 4-inch blister at the bottom of my feet. And I still have another 8 miles to go. If somebody told me today, would you want to go out with a blister for 8 miles? I'd say, forget it. But I keep going. Now my goal is, I want to do under 4 miles, under 4 hours, which is a goal that I had met about 2 years ago, but it's a good goal. I'm going to finish under 4 hours. I'm turning into Boylston. It's the final stretch of the marathon. There's almost like 300 feet, and my calf sizes up. It's like a rock. I cannot step. I cannot take one more step. I start massaging it. I take a tentative step. No, I cannot put the weight on this foot because I've been essentially running on my toes in order to avoid hitting the blister. And I see that finally I'm able to run, and I hear this cheer. I say, oh my gosh, there were people actually watching me, pulling for me. So what I learned that day was, number one, stick to tried and true. Number two, a kiss can relieve the pain. And number three, people will support you even when you make a big mistake.